Yo, it's Chillinit from the 420 fam for the third time in a row. I'm blessed to be back. Let's get to it. And you are watching Take Flight, baby.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings. You're tapped in with Take Flight, bro. Our third time return guest in the building. Chillinit in the building. Come on, brother.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, man.
Third time, bro.
It is, bro.
I feel like I've been watching you go through everything over the last 3 or so years, 4 years.
Everything and a couple extra things too, bro.
Literally.
Man's been around.
It's non-stop. How are you, bro, first of all?
I'm good, bro. Like, I'm really good. I'm probably the healthiest and mentally sharpest I've been in my career, bro. I think being a parent helps that a lot. And just... yeah, man, I've got some good intentions for the whole year. I just dropped the tape, which is going...
420, bro. You dropped on 420 to Green Room. Yeah. You want to talk about these right now?
Yeah, well, you know what? Let's get off the bat with that because this is kind of something that I've made that I kind of just... you would know, right? So the industry and the trends have changed a lot. There's a lot of algorithms, a lot of things to follow, a lot of, like, you know, it's a lot of who you know kind of thing, right? By this thing here, it allows me to drop music for my fans directly to them. So, like,
I love
there's a little key ring inside it. I'll just show you. And all you do is you hold that against your phone and you get unreleased music, you get access to the mixtape, and we add music to this all the time.
That's what I was going to say. So this had the mixtape on it before it dropped?
Yes.
Had the oh my God, I got complete. The Green Room. The Green Room.
Yeah, it's called so it's the Green Room members only, and then there's the Green Room mixtape.
I had the Green Room on it before it dropped.
That's right.
And so this is the question I had about it. So now that the Green Room has dropped, is there extra shit on there already?
Yes, there's already extra 3 songs on there.
So you can keep putting...
yeah, and we're just going to keep adding all year. That's why the value for me is important because it's $50. You get the pack, you get the token, and not only are you getting the tape and unreleased songs, we're going to add probably another song in a couple of weeks. We're just going to add content on there.
I already know you, bro. You're going to be
Instagram with Meta, they hated me smoking, so I can take my smoking activities over to the Green Room. It's for the fans, bro. Like, I really wanted to take it back to my roots and dial into the people who really fuck with me. So this here just lets me go, these are my people. Let me dedicate my stuff to them for a few months now that the tape's out, and then we can work on the project after that.
Bro,
man.
Congrats on the release.
Thank you, bro.
I do love this little fucking thing right here.
You can get it from chillinit.net, guys. If you want to grab it.
Let's go, bro. The Green Room out now.
And you know what? Tranquility, the first verse that we just spat just then, bro, is actually on here. So if you want to hear that full time.
Oh, the release is on there. Unreleased, but on there.
Yes, you can hear it on there
Sky
all the
Sessions
time, whenever you
on
want.
there right now. Come on, bro.
There we go, baby.
That's hectic. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. Yeah, a little bit of everything, man.
All right. Into it, bro. You mentioned on like a DM or something that you're keen to come back in at some point, right?
Yeah.
But another thing you mentioned, and I guess we have to address the elephant that's not in the room this early on, is the bald head, brother. It's gone. It's gone. I know everyone watching has seen the bald head because, bro, the comments. All right.
I need to do a segment where you just let me read the comments on that Take Flight.
Yeah, I swear this isn't planned. Brother, I got some right here.
Oh, no way.
I swear to God, bro.
Oh, that is so good. That wasn't planned either.
They are literally, legit, I swear. But there's just a few of my favorites, right? Do you want to read them out?
I'd love to read them.
Let's go one by one, all right?
Okay,
this is Chillinit's Bald Head podcast.
Okay, so obviously I want to clarify, right? That was a huge crisis era, bro. I shaved my head. I was going through a Vin Diesel The Rock thing.
Yeah.
Tragically went bad. I had the Take Flight thing and I go,
just a bad day.
I'm just going to come. And the thing is I was so shot for my confidence because of my bald head, bro, that I struggled. I won't lie. That's why do you think I bought all the watches? I'm like, I've got to make up for this fucked head. Let me bring my watches to justify, hey, I'm ugly, but I got Cartiers. It's all good. But no,
look,
man,
we all go through those moments.
Let me have a look. All right, so what have we got? So shout out to Born From Pain 2000. Strong Instagram name. I didn't know I had their names. Yeah, no, so I'm going to give them a shout out. Always good to see a new Vin Diesel interview. See, he even knew I was going for it. So I obviously pulled it off. Thank you, I'm not even offended. Thank you, Born From Pain. Chillinit at 420 from Omar, bro. I'm a massive Dragon Ball Z fan.
Chillinit at 420 is a good one.
Yeah, I will take that. You know what I mean? He was a strong cunt, so I'm actually gonna take that one on board. JW10395 is giving me fake name vibes. I don't know if it's a real person,
I'm sure
but shout out to him anyway. What happened? You look like Voldemort. Did strike a nerve just then as I read it, but I'm going to play it cool, all right? So, JW, fuck you, all right? I appreciate the support, lad.
What's that, guys, bro?
Kazak266 says, Chillinit, looking like those thumb dudes out of Spy Kids. That just unlocked a childhood memory, bro. Can you get a photo of them up right now?
This is getting its own reel. This is getting its own reel. I'm
going to watch Spy Kids now. Just, bro, that was a classic. The Thumb people.
Bro, the Thumb. I don't know their names, but they were thumbs.
They were jacked, though, so I'll also take that. I don't mind if my head's a thumb and I'm hench as fuck.
You know, I like that we're in a position right now to talk shit about this whole situation.
Yeah, that's it.
A year later, like nearly 18 months later, bro, we're back.
This is the thing, in life, man, let me teach all the kids out there in life. Part of my thick-skinned ability to do this job is I take nothing seriously. You got to have a laugh. I shaved my head and looked fucked. You just got to own it, laugh, and move forward. It's the best thing to do in life, you know? Don't take things too seriously. Have some fun. You'll develop thick skin. Oh, except for this one. Someone's low-blowed me.
Except for this one.
Crypto Down Under 1806 says, Uncle Fester, my brother, what's goody? That's...
It's just the bald head.
Yeah, it's like that was... Uncle Fester was like a short fat fuck. I don't know how I feel.
That's a bit rude.
Yeah, that was... But you know what? Right? I'll take it though. I will take it because at the end of the day, you're building the analytics up on the post. So brother, go write that 5 more times.
I do appreciate these people. Every single one.
We do, but you know what? I love all the fans. Whether you love it or hate it, when you're in the spotlight, you put yourself out there to be judged, you got to accept the love and the hate. Facts. So the OG Leandro, like his name as well, strong name. Chillinit got beef with Austin Powers. The Dr. Evil thing was rinsed. It was a good call, but the Dr. Evil thing, it was clear. I looked more like Mini-Me, to be fair. Dr. Evil had a bit of a rounder head. I was more like that Werner guy, the short fella. See, no hate, just love. I said why he looks like Dr. Evil. So
that's all of them?
That's kind of doable. No, but there's one. Chillinit looking like a light bulb from Tan 5391. I don't get the light bulb reference. It's because of the shiny head.
That's all it is, bro.
What we should do is you need to get a photo now and put a little light bulb coming out of my head like it's a mad idea.
Ding.
Well, it wasn't a mad idea. It was fucked. But you know what I mean? It's a moment in time.
You win some, you lose some. I'm so glad you actually suggested it and I had it ready.
I know, that's crazy. Well, that's why I had to come correct today. Because I was like, hey, bro, I've grown my hair back and I'm ready to fucking go.
This is why I wear a hat everywhere I fucking go.
Thank you very much, brother.
All right, we got that out of the way.
That was good fun.
We got that out of the way, all right? As I mentioned before, this is our third chat, bro. And it's funny, someone commented on our interview last week, the first ever interview in your garage. Yeah? So like, this is an old ass interview. They've still gone back and watched it. And they said, I should have asked you more about your past. She remembers you writing lyrics and smoking cones, surprise, in her brother's garage and living in her house, random. I thought, let's do that right now. I actually didn't ask you about your past. Or we didn't bring it up at all, bro. And I haven't gone back and watched all your interviews, but I don't know how much you've talked about.
Not many. It doesn't really come up. Everyone asks about what's happening or how you did it.
And I thought about that and I'm like, I don't know why I don't, because I usually do, right?
Wings with the good questions. Look at him on fire.
But let's go all the way back. So shout out to whoever commented that.
Thank you.
Let's go all the way back to pre-Chillinit days then. What was life looking like for you as a young and grown up, bro?
Man, I didn't really have a direction for music. I think a lot of people have this presumption that I just grew up and went, music is my thing. I was like a heavy metal fan, bro. I had like I don't know if you go deep in the Blake Turnell Facebook that I had long black hair with a red fringe on the side. I was an Ike with the Prom Queen fan. I had the red JJ skinnies and those belts that had the studs on them and shit. That was how I grew up. And then at about 14, I came across hip hop, like Big L and stuff, and started getting into it. But to be honest, bro, like the growth into Chillinit, like people might have seen, there's a park battle of me rapping in a park, bro. And let me say, I sucked. But to me, it's a testament because everybody sucks the first time they do something, bro. I don't know any person in the world who writes their first rap and sounds like Eminem, you know what I mean? But it's a testament to that person that I was as a kid. I had a dream and I had a tunnel vision for it. And I sit here now and I didn't recognize it at the time, but I realized that kid with this vision that was just so stubborn and delusional, that delusion actually got me here today. Because everything's delusional till you do it. Everything's impossible till you do it. So for me, like the grind was a bit hard. Like a lot of the times I thought I wasn't going to do it. There were times when...
But before you go too far, because I do want to talk about that, but the start of that, bro. Do you remember like what original time got you to pick up and start writing? What was the original moment? Maybe not even the moment, just the time period.
Yeah, I think it was like around 15, 16 when I was like, I'm going to start writing it myself. And it was just after that Trial Bushes came out. I didn't really wait. I just dived in. For Trial Bushes came out a couple years later on Hustle Hard. But I was sitting in a bowls green with a few of my mates and one of my mates rapped and just freestyled and I was just having a session like a little young cunt outside of school and I'm like, let me try. And I was actually not bad at it for freestyling. So I started getting into it more and I loved Big L. So I just studied the man. And then just picked it up. And once I picked it up, I fell in love with the poetry of it. Like I have a lot of demons that I keep inside and do things for myself and I have outlets for that, whether it's exercise, but music is a main one for me. It's a way for me to express my feelings or not even be expressing them. Sometimes just spazzing with the bars takes me away from my problems, and that's my way of therapy. So like it just became a therapy at around 16, and from there it became a love. Like
that was like an obsession for you, right?
The moment it became healthy for me.
And I guess it proves your point of like, if you really fucking like take something by the balls and just go for it, bro, because like you have been doing this. It's not like it was an overnight thing.
I've been doing it for a minute.
You see those videos online, and I'm sure there was more times before that too, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of your bars from like your first ever recorded track?
Tribal Shiz, yeah. Spit Shit Umatic.
Oh, that was your first ever?
With the rapping. That was my first ever recorded track.
I didn't know it was your first ever recorded.
I recorded it at the Engadine Youth Centre, and I just went over there. They had a little studio from 3 till 5, and I just recorded it myself with a jacked beat.
There you go.
And it went kind of viral. Yeah.
And the name Chillinit, did you land on any other names before you got there?
Oh, do you know the answer to this, and that's why you're asking me?
I don't, and I'm trying to remember if we've talked about it previously, but maybe not.
No. So, cringe. My first rap name was Be Cautious, so B.Cautious.
Very Aussie.
And it was because it was also short for BC, before Christ, because I'm before my time.
Crazy.
No, shittest name in the planet.
Crazy,
Thank God I smoked a cone and realised how much of a flop I was and decided to call myself Chillinit. I don't know if I'd be sitting here if it was Be Cautious doing a take fly right
Yeah,
now.
Chillinit definitely takes the takes the dub there, bro.
It does, man.
Be Cautious reminds me of like a very back then Aussie name, though.
Yeah, it is. Like back in the time, that was the thing, bro. Yeah. Be Cautious, and it was kind of graffiti style. Yeah. It was the trend.
And in saying that, you mentioned Hustle Hard. Obviously, you're deep in that time period as well.
Yeah.
Was there any people or specific moments around that helped guide you to what you're doing now?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of artists who have vouched for this. Hustle Hard, like Malik, the guy that owns Hustle Hard. Man, he's just like he's like the pioneer you don't hear about, bro. Like he pushed a lot of kids into the movement and believed in me when I didn't really believe in myself. And he gave me a catalyst to kind of branch out and do my own thing. And then one of the things with Hustle Hard that's so, I think, like a testament to him is like he's not the kind of guy that holds anyone back. He puts people on, and when people want to go, he's like, here's your wings and go. So like, shout out Malik and Hustle Hard. I think there's a lot of artists, not just me, who can give credit to the fact that, like, especially the OGs, that was a little period in time.
Facts, bro. Even if you still go back and look at it now, I know he mentioned to me once about taking down a bunch of videos. Not that he had to. I think people asked. People want their early videos gone sometimes. Yeah. But he was the starting point for a lot.
Yes,
bro, a lot of artists that are still out there. So shout out whoever asked a question about the early days. That obviously
thank you. I don't know. I'd love to know who that was.
I do have their name.
Comment.
I do have their name, but I don't want to say in case we don't really, because they mentioned.
Emily Shortland. I'm not too sure who that is. I can't remember you, Emily, but I do appreciate the message.
Shout out Emily Shortland for
I've had a lot of big days and big nights. I'm not too sure where I'm at.
Bro, I could only imagine, bro. Look, over the last 19, 20 months, maybe 18, since our last chat, bro, you've done so fucking much. Like, you're right. Like I said to you just before, I was like, man, coming in, I was like, third interview. Yeah. Well, not even an interview at this point. It's a chat.
Yeah. It's like kicking it with a homie.
You know
at
what
this
I mean?
point.
Like third chat, I was like, what are we going to talk about? And then I started writing dot points, and I was like, heaps. There's actually too much. I had to cull stuff for sure. I had to choose. But first, straight after our chat, you hit the 420 DNA tour, which was hectic. But more importantly, in my opinion, was you went on your first 30-day regional tour. Yeah. 30 or so day regional tour. Talk me through the experience of your first regional tour.
Man, it was one of the most testing things I've ever done. Like, to do shows that are like, it was kind of back to grassroots though, and it made me fall in love with it again because it was just a van, real like bare bones style traveling, bro. We were doing 3 shows a weekend in multiple states, like driving through the whole entire state from the west to the north to the east to the south of every state. And man, I tell you what, so the first 15 shows, loved it. Still loved the back end, but man, it takes a drain on you. Like it takes a toll on you. However, to any artists out there who have the option of doing regionals or doing city, look at your profit margins when you do regionals because the fans in regional towns, I loved the fans. They are diehard. They don't get many shows. And when you go out there and give them that time of day, they reciprocate that energy. And I had a lot of fun to the point where I'd love to do it again. Not even about the fact of there being money made. I just loved meeting the fans that you don't get to meet at the city shows. Instead of playing a packed stadium where you're looking at lights, I'm like right in front of people in these small rural venues. So it was a blessing, man. And to have, like a team with me, Woody, my sound guy, it was good, man. Then into DNA, and then I did the birthday run at the end.
You've done a lot,
recently.
Bro.
Yeah, and we ain't stopping. I'm thinking about more at the end of the year. Under 18s fans have been screaming for all ages events, and not many people put them on. So something in my near future is, an all ages event for the whole community, man.
You have to turn the fuck up. Yeah. But on that tour, bro, how did the fans, like you said, they showed love in general, but like how different did you notice they were to the capital city fans? Did you see like any just reaction difference to you being out there?
Yeah, definitely. So like the excitement. So when I do the meet and greets, right?
Yeah.
In the city ones, people are there, but they're just kind of there for their photo, get their thing and go. You go to these regionals and the fact you're there, it means so much to them. And the way they're reciprocating the energy on the stage, it might not be as big of an audience because you're out in Mackay or whatever it is, but it feels the same. Okay. It feels just as big. And the thing is like, so I've never seen, I think there was 25 tattoos over the whole tour.
Oh, chill tattoos?
Yeah, because people just, it's a memory that they're not going to have every year. The city folks get a show every year pretty much.
100%.
So these regional people go, I don't know if he's coming back. So they commemorate it. And it's just, it feels like you're making more of an impact to your fans when you do the regional. So it was an experience for me. It was my first one. And I'm kind of regretting I hadn't done them before. So they're definitely planned in my future to...
Yeah, it's definitely something you could just keep doing. Well, not every freaking year, that's for sure.
Oh,
every
I'm a workhorse, brother. You don't know. I'll go do 30 shows in a month every time.
Good point. In saying this is something you mentioned just earlier about taking a toll on you as well. 30 shows in, I don't know, how long was it? It was 2 months, 3 months?
Yeah, not even. It was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
30 shows in 45 days.
How was it and how did you, I don't know, handle yourself physically and mentally during this time, bro? Because you're out on the road this whole time. You got a family as well at the same time.
It was very straining on the family. I won't lie. It was pretty hard having to leave my son for numerous like weeks on end and then coming in, seeing him and go right at an age when he's like really growing and shining. But I think that it takes a toll on you in the sense of like, you just are rinsing yourself like a robot in a way. Like, and eventually you're doing the same set, the same show. And like it's the 11th one in a row and you're like on no sleep. You've been in the back of a van uncomfortable for ages. Not going to lie, when the drinks are involved, you're a bit dusty in the morning after too.
Yeah, of course.
So you got to find a balance for your fitness, for your health. So we had a routine for training.
Okay.
I like to train every morning because it helped me just get my mindset clear. But I think that in general, not just regionals, bro, like doing shows and being in the spotlight takes a toll. And when you're doing it in such a frequent span, you kind of feel like you're not you belong to these people for that amount of time. But in saying that, it's a part of the job. I don't know any successful or great artist that makes a killing off this who doesn't give 110% of themselves to every fan they meet when required. So it's just my job. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, sometimes you don't want to do it, but man, I'm so lucky to do it that I'd be a pussy not to. So
facts.
Like, yeah, I
Big
love it,
facts.
man. You gotta take your blessings as they come, bro.
Hard.
If you want a full plate, don't complain when you're eating. That's
Let's
what I like
go,
to say.
bro. I agree with you on that morning workout. That's what I've recently got into over the last 4 weeks, bro, is waking up and getting it in, right?
Yeah, it's important.
But obviously, the gym sheet is huge to you, bro.
Yes.
To the point where energy
DNA, man.
Energy DNA is out on the market, bro.
I'm going to do a Soulja Boy claim here. I believe I'm the first rapper ever with a pre-workout in Australia. I don't know if there's ever anyone. If there is, let me know.
In Australia?
Yeah. I didn't want to claim worldwide. There's probably someone somewhere, but I think this is one of the first ones. And I'm really proud of it, bro. Like I put about a year into it.
Tell me just about putting it together, bro. Like how, I don't know, man.
It was crazy because I'm not an expert in it, obviously.
Of course not,
we had to study for about 3-4 months and it was taking a lot of time while balancing music too. We were doing this. And it was about a year ago we were looking at launching, like we were ready. And I just pulled it because I'm like, I wasn't happy with the product. It was good, but not good enough. And for me, as someone who goes every day, I wanted it to be something I like. Sure. So we peeled back the caffeine a bit to be at a medium level, but we added your creatines, citrulines, beta-alanines. For those who don't know, you can look them up. But it's basically just mental focus, high energy, and then also like good blood flow. Like the pumps you get are crazy. So I have a scoop of this every time I train, and we've already done like a few hundred, I think 500 tubs now around Australia, which is a great launch. Like, you know, we only had 1,000. We're halfway left. Elite Sups and Mass Nutrition are chatting with us at the moment too. So I highly recommend it. Look, anyone out there, man, before you knock it, try it. Because I'm telling you, when you do try it, the flavors. Would you like to try it?
I will, but let's leave it a little bit.
He doesn't want to peak too much yet.
We're still too early in the chat to be like dying in here, right?
I'll have it ready to go.
Yeah,
it's really good, man. I'm really happy.
While you're
with
doing that, bro, tell me again, I guess, how important it is for you to be showing up in the gym every single day now. Because I know personally how important it is for me to be there, bro. Not just to not be a skinny / fat cunt anymore, but also like if I don't go, my missus is like, I can tell you haven't been. Your mind is not right.
Yeah, 100%. When I don't go to the gym, that's my bad day because I haven't trained. But if there's something on a more serious note, man, like something that I've preached, and I said that on the Mark Geyer podcast too, is that I've got a bit of a saying that I'm going to start promoting with Energy DNA for men's mental health. And it's that a chest day can save a life. That's how deep the gym is, bro. Like if you're, I've been down in the dumps some days, bro, like really questioning, especially in the spotlight, you're getting rinsed or you're having a fight at home, but you've still got to perform. It can really drain you. Your mate calling you to go, let's get in the gym, bro. Let's have a workout and feel good. Can save a life, bro. Like someone can be having the darkest day, and like men supporting men in the gym, I think is a huge thing that we sleep on. It's not just about muscles. It's not about tattoos and I'm so sexy. It's about bringing your boys with you and going, let's go. Let's be the best versions of ourselves. So That's what I'm trying to promote. It's not so much about, I don't care if you have a six pack. I don't care if you're unfit. It's your commitment to get in the gym with the community and build yourself up. I fuck with that. So for me,
fully agree.
It's all about mental health and sharpness, bro. And that applies in my life, so I want to apply it to other people too.
I love that, bro. I've got Big D into going to the gym, bro.
Really?
That little man next door, he's not going to be little soon, bro. He's going to be Big D soon.
He's going to be a big fat D.
Big D, bro.
Yeah, mega D. But I'll have to get him a tub as well then.
Bro, let's go.
I've got plenty, man. I'll get some for him. No worries.
Funny you say what you just said, even about like, the spotlight, bro, bringing different things on you at all time. And you can go into this how you will, bro, as little as hard. But obviously I see you online more often than not and have for years, bro. You've kept to it. And that is a big reason why you have the 420 fam that you do, bro.
Yes.
You share so much of yourself. You share all the positives, but obviously every day isn't like that. And obviously some negative shit comes about every now and again. It's going to happen. If it doesn't, how has it been for yourself? How's the journey been of sharing so much of yourself online at all times?
At the start, it was tough. Like at the start, because when I was sharing it, so the era of Instagram changed. Like when I was sharing it, it first started, I was posting me smoking bongs at the front of things, and it was just this viral thing. It was cool. Once these other social medias have come into play, bro, there's like, things just become out of your control in a way.
Correct.
And at the start, it was tough. But what I realized is like, and it's a bit of a metaphor, so I don't want to get too techie, but when you look at energy in the world, energy is created from positive and negative. You look at a battery, it's got a positive and a negative, and that's how you create power.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was to only share this positive side, it'd be bullshit. If I was to only share the negatives to play to this, like, I'm fucking crazy, that would also be bullshit because I'm a good guy, I think, at heart. By letting everybody see me unapologetically, flawed as fuck, and couldn't give a fuck, people can relate to that for one, and it creates an energy. Whether you're on the positive side going, I love how raw Chill is, or whether you're on the negative going, I fucking can't stand him, my name's in your mouth, baby. So you know what I mean? And that's from the power of positive and negative. Polarizing energy is what I believe in frequencies. So I've learned to just embrace it, bro. Like, if someone wants to trash me, bro, be my guest. Make a fucking video about it. I can't wait. I'll share it.
Yeah, look, a good way to be, bro. But you're right. Like, it's you, bro. That's your life.
Yeah,
you know
and that's the brand.
Literally
and
is your
that's
life,
the brand.
Bro.
And I think that people also appreciate just being like, oh, he's not some guy that's unattainable to be. I can relate to that. He's having moments like me. Don't get me wrong. I've had some times in my life that I regret.
Of course.
But I wouldn't say regret in the truest sense because it's made me a wiser man. Like I'm a much better father. I'm a much more mature person. I'm much more controlled, stoic. I've got it tattooed on my hand because I study stoicism and staying calm. So yeah, some of my mistakes led me to be a better man. So I regret none. 100%.
Love that, bro. You just mentioned him, but some of the biggest positive I love to see online, bro, is your son, bro.
Yeah.
Last time we chatted, he was 6 months.
Yes.
I think my boy was only like 4. Bro, he's like over 2 now, two and a bit.
A couple months,
How
man.
has that journey been as a dad for this point now, bro? Because it's the last year and a half, a lot would have happened, bro. You would have learned so much.
It changes a lot, and then it puts a lot of different perspectives in your life. Like growing up, I kind of had I don't care when I die attitude, but it was just like I lived that life. It was I don't care. Whatever happens to me.
Agreed.
The moment I held a little boy in my hands, I go, everything that matters for this boy matters to me. So anything I do to myself is a secondary problem. I can't be rinsed. I can't be making dumb decisions. I've even pulled back from just some of the things I do in the spotlight just because I like a bit of privacy for my son, Like there's the certain part of me I'm willing to share, but there's a certain part of my son. I'll show a video here and there, but I'm not too open about being non-stop. I like to just share the moments with it because he is my life. Like I said, I'm very honest. And if I'm being honest with my life right now, it's pre-workout. It's my 420 fam all the time, but it's being a dad, bro. Being a dad comes first to being Chillinit at the moment, and I'm fucking happy with that.
Let's go. Tell me how hard it is, because I've realized this. You hear all these crazy stories about shit online, right? And you're right, bro. You're there to share some of your proudest moments, and it sucks because your biggest, proudest moment, you physically shouldn't be sharing it 24/7. Your son, bro. Because I'm I want to put this kind everywhere all the time.
That's right.
But then I'm like, better not, bro.
Yeah, I find about sometimes I go to do something and I'm like, nah. But
this is me, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
and at the same time though, I just kind of embrace that, I love him.
Yes.
And I'm open with my life, and I want to teach my son to go bro, people don't matter. Sticks and stones will break bones. Ignore everything, Obviously, I'm not going to put him out there in the world in a 420 Chillinit shirt or something, but I have no qualms in showing who I am, what I love, and what I'm about. And if people don't like that I'm not 3 days deep on a coke bender and instead I'm taking my son to the Easter show, then there's a little unfollow button. Be my guest, lads and gentlemen.
Bro, there's a time and place for everything, bro.
That's right,
and
real talk.
That was years ago.
That's
gone. From seeing you every day online, bro, your friends will know, like you said, the gym, your family, And also, you know, the marijuana, bro, is obviously your brand. That is you, bro. That is everything. You just dropped Mary.
Oh,
Mary,
the clip for that.
15 bongs deep. All right. 16?
When I walk off, I smoke one more. So it's 16 in total. Yeah.
Bro, you nearly hit that in one interview when we did our first interview, bro. No, you didn't really.
No, I smoked a fair few.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't 16. Obviously, big things in your life. Is there anything that you're really into that your fans might not know of yet, bro?
Well,
it's hard because you're so out there, really, bro. You got yourself out there all the time.
I'm just trying to think what is it I'm really into.
Anything really passionate.
To be honest, bro, like what I'm really passionate about, it's nothing to do with anything else except music, right?
Okay.
But from a musical perspective, I've had a huge mind shift, and I haven't shared this with anybody. This is the first time I've really opened up about this, apart from to my manager.
Okay.
I'm having like a bit of a mind shift in my life where I realize like I've been, like in the tranquility verse, I say I've given them bars for years, so get back to me. I've been here, I've done the bars, I've done Fire in the Booth, I've done Road Rage, I've done viral videos out the arse for the past 5 years on the fact of just pure barring out.
Hard.
And I'm at a part of my life now where I'm like, what's my story? Like, you know, people know my story through these chats, but what's my musical story? Mm-hmm. And some of my favorite songs that incorporate that are Ready for the Pain, Inner Thoughts, Susan's Son, some of those ones that take you on a journey. So with my next moves, I'm not trying to rush or anything. In the words of C, you can't rush greatness. So I'm just trying to take my time. I've got about 4 or 5 songs. And what I'm working on right now is completely scrapping the whole wordplay double time bullshit and learning how to tell a story, paint a picture while using wordplay. And I think I'm gonna shock some people. I'm not giving a date, I'm not giving a time. But this 420 tape was just to go, here, I'm still me, because the next thing I'm gonna do is really gonna, I think, shock some people, bro. I'm really excited to put it out. I don't want to give anything away. I'm keeping this close to my chest.
Bro.
But
that's enough of an exclusive as itself that there's something
special, bro.
Really
like,
different coming.
It gets me emotional as I record this type of music. And I think that that's gonna resonate to fans. Maybe it won't, but it's me being me, hard on sleeve, and that's how I want to go out if I'm going to go out. So
we're here for it, bro.
Thank you, man.
Bro, the man is non-stop. Even after showing so much to your world, and there might not be an answer to this because you pretty much front and center, yeah? There's still people who think certain things without really knowing the real you, yeah? Is there one big misconception about you that people still make online these days? That just isn't true. Is there anything left?
Yeah, I don't really think so. Like, there's a lot of rumors and a lot of bullshit that I see that just blows my mind. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? But I think, no, you know what? I see a misconception and I get where it comes from. Yeah. I get it because I am a confident, like, bravado type of guy with the way I present myself. But deep down, bro, I'm a bit of a like caved in person. I'm an introverted extrovert. I think a lot of people think I've got tickets on myself and I think I'm better than everybody. I'm a pretty humble guy in my opinion, you know, and I'm a lover. Like, you know, I'm not a fighter. I'm not aggressive. My music is me letting out those aggressions I keep in. But in the real world, a lot of people come up to meet me and they're kind of surprised. Like, I thought you'd be a wanker, or I thought you'd be, have no time for me. Whereas if I meet a fan, I give them 5 minutes. I don't just go, thanks for the photo. I go, and how's your day? And, you know, when did you start listening to music? Cool, man. What do you want to do with your life? I think there's a misconception that I use my fans as a like thing for a following, but I call them a family because it really is. Like, there are fans, and I'm not even going to mention it, but like I message like about 10 different fans on a personal level. They have my number just because I met them. I fucking was heartfelt by their story and I do things for them. I don't go and gaslight that to the media, but people don't see that side of me. So I guess that's a misconception.
Yeah,
but
that makes sense.
At the same time, I would agree with what you see is what you get 95% of me. You know what I mean? I wear my heart on my sleeve.
I feel that's a good one, to be honest, bro. That is a good one. And you know, it's funny you say that. I agree in a way. Like, obviously even me and you, bro, like I see you here and there on certain occasions, but I don't really know what life is like at home on life. But just from seeing you, you've always been the fucking loveliest guy, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
From day one, before I even knew who the fuck you were on this level, like we were talking online before Take Flight interview started because you were the first one.
Yeah.
Right? So you let me come into your house for my first ever interview.
Yeah, that was a throwback.
Who the fuck was I?
But I loved it.
And again, all I've ever seen with your fans is good vibes too. So, you know what I mean? That has to be some kind of truth in it.
I think it resonates a bit with people, man. Definitely.
Has to be. Onto the music, of course, bro. Did you just drink pre-workout or is that just water?
No, just some water. I'm waiting for you.
Of course, we just mentioned it. The Green Room is out now, bro.
Yes.
The Green Room is out now. It really feels like you got some form of rap hunger back at some point with this, bro. There's some harsh shit. Is there any moment that sparked you just going for it again?
Yeah, honestly, it was after I think, when was it? Around October, November, December, coming into this year. It was coming up to my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm not even going to lie. I'll say this as like humbly and open as possible. I feel like some of the deliveries or some of the takes I've done for songs lately, I was lacking that hunger, and I can openly reflect and look back and go, man, like, I'm just so comfy. And it's a good thing to be in a comfortable position, everything you want in life. But you realize like the lion at the top isn't the hungry one. It's the one at his feet that's ready to just chow on that man. And I realized like I've got to channel that energy again. I got that hunger back. Like, what the fuck do I want to do? And I just realized like, bro, I've got a legacy already. Now it's time to cement it for my boy and go, this is what the fuck you do. When your back's against the wall and you're wondering what you do, you get the balls out, head forward, and you go whack. And just, so I'm like, I've got a point to prove. Like, I've really got a point to prove that I do what I do. I'm about that shit. And I've done it for a long time, bro. Just to make a point, Women, Weed and Wordplay is still in the top 10, 247 weeks since it dropped. Has never left the fucking chart. Gold. Crazy. And that was then Octagon's gone gold. So the stats back it up. But now I'm thinking, fuck the stats. Fuck the plaques. Fuck the past. Today matters. And from this point forward, I'm going to define it again. I'm going to do a whole night. I feel like I'm starting again. I got a point to prove and I'm here to spaz and fucking rap.
Let's go, cuz. Let's go. I'm here. And like you said, you got more already on the way. So it's obviously in effect right now.
Yeah. Even some big features too. I can't give too much away. But yeah, we've been cooking, man. We're cooking big time.
I love a good feature. You've obviously put out, can't talk about, obviously put out a few music videos already too.
Yeah.
Off the thing. You work with Slippin on all of them. Tell me about how it's been working with Slippin, bro.
I'm loving that I get to say this. So first of all, Slip, I know you're going to be watching this. I fucking love you, sis. Absolute queen.
Slippin, you're the best.
Yeah,
from me too.
She really is. And just like, so we got her in. Normally, I just work with directors and I come up with a lot of the ideas and we share the thing. They obviously direct it, but I have a lot of input.
Yeah.
I do my own clothing, whatever. I'm kind of laid back. Then we got Slip in to be like, look, do you want to run this whole entire project and just kind of be the creative director? Man, she took it on board first go and like, I've never been through such a smooth run. She made everything so easy. And to be honest, the reason that I love the tape so much is because working with her felt like just hanging with her. Like I loved the days I was filming with Slip. Like I loved it. It was fun. I remember there was one we filmed at 5 a.m. in fucking Curl. So for me, it was like an hour and a half drive. I'm driving at 3:30 in the morning to get there by 5 o'clock. It's raining during the shot. The drone ends up crashing into the water off the cliff. Bro, so we lost the drone footage and shit. But I loved doing it with her. It felt like it was friends hanging out. And then we all went back to a cafe. And then after that, we went and did Mary Mary. And I just rinsed the fuck out of myself. So from the first tape, after the first clip, Katsu, all the way to Mary Mary, she's been on the whole way. And I don't think it'd be the tape it was or the video quality it was without her. Puff Puff's my favorite one she did. Yeah. She fucking nailed that. So, flowers to Slip, man. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to get as much out of her as I can before she blows and goes into the state. I'm telling you, it's only not long before Slip's in the States.
She's doing OGZ videos, some shit in the UK too. Yeah, she's working everywhere, bro.
Like, flowers and credit when due. Slip, you're one of the best and I wish you all the best in life. Man, obviously, I'd love to keep you here with me, but like spread your wings and fly, girl.
The day will come, bro. Just because you mentioned it, before I go too far, Katsu with Moses.
Yeah.
Right? How did you first come across Moses?
I can't remember how I first came across him. It was just, obviously, he's relentless with the socials too.
Yes.
He's pretty good with his socials,
he's a beast,
he actually calls me a boomer because I suck with socials. So I don't even know how to do certain tag things on Instagram anymore. I don't know what algorithms are. It's fucking stupid. He actually has to school me and go, don't post this at that time. So when we were doing the rollout for Katsu, I was checking with Mo, like, hey Mo, should I post this now or should I wait till later? And Mo was advising me. But man, from the moment I met him, he's just such a down-to-earth guy, and we're both family, man, and I just absolutely love what he's about and just the way he raps. I don't think he even knows how good he is, to be honest,
He's a beast, bro.
He's a really, humble guy, but he puts wordplay and punchlines in it, and it reminds me of, like, those days when you'd hear people and go, oh, come on, how'd they think of that? And he combines it with swag. So I think Mo is definitely going to be next up kind of thing. And linking with him for Katsu, you were talking about what sparked an energy. I tell you what, when we were doing Katsu and I heard that man rap, I was like, okay, I need to rap. Like, I need to fucking not just do some bars. And he inspired that hunger in me because I was like, bro, these young cats are eating it.
Tell me what you think, bro, because I personally believe that Moses has what it takes to also go international.
Yes.
I think he's just his vibe, his raps, his swag, bro, whatever it is, I think he has it in him. And he's young as fuck, bro.
That's the thing, is there's so much time. Like, bro, I've been doing this for ages. And then at the same time, though, I don't think the goal for everybody is to go international. It's just
you can do it here. We talk about it.
We've proven it now. Like, we don't need to cross the border, bro. Australia's popping. People are coming here.
All the time.
The pudding. Every UK rapper wants to come to Australia now to do a show, you know?
It's actually quite hectic.
WrestleMania's coming to Australia. The world's noticing Australia, you know what I mean?
Come on, John Cena.
So I'm excited to be doing it. But on another note, though, as well as Mo, and I know they're both tight.
Yeah.
I think Mal is way too slept on.
Oh, brother.
It's a criminal act, bro. Aussie Disposals, if you don't know it, here's your plug from Chill. Get the fuck on YouTube, Aussie Disposals. Like, extremely. I know that song like pretty well word for word, bro. It's a fucking slapper.
No, Mal is a beast. And you're right. It's just, I don't know what it is to get him out there some more. Because he is. He's a beast. He's got fucking unique tracks. His voice is unique as fuck. Yeah. You know, it should be
a lot of the time when I pick features, I pick them off that. I don't necessarily go with, that's my boy. I go, that guy deserves a shine. And I have a bit of a platform that's going to be a bit noticed, and it helps. And man, at the end of the day, like, I'm a really humble guy. Like, I would love to see them exceed me. I would love to see Mo and Mal internationally in a few years' time, and I can say, man, I put them on my first. You know, I had Mal on tour with me. I had Mo on tour with me. We gave some advice and learned.
That's a good trait to have.
Yeah, and I think it truly is important that the OGs, and this can be for anyone who raps, bro, like support the younger people, bro. You know what it was like coming up. I would have died to have my favorite rapper go, bro, you're dope. So, you know, I think all it takes is a couple OGs to give some flowers, to give the recommendation and the cosign, like me referencing Mal's song. Who knows how many people go to that?
Yeah.
So agreed. I think a lot of the guys in the spotlight could take initiative to put on these younger guys. If you think they deserve it, then put them on.
I agree. Well, we still got a bit to go. Bro, you want to mix it up while we're going?
Yeah,
might as well, bro. Get some energy going. I'll keep going while you're doing it anyway.
Hit me.
Shout out Moses as well, bro. You're a beast.
Yeah, I love you, Mo,
and
bro.
Now, bro. Shout out Melbourne. There's a lot
but
of
Moses, what happened to the bunnies, lad? Half the doggies, by the way. Or anyone who's not a doggies fan.
Is he a bunnies
We're
guy?
on top. Yeah, he's a bunnies guy. Poor fella.
I
feel bad for him, mate. Bunnies and Queensland. Like, what a terrible mix in life.
Look, I've seen you in the studio with my guy Nerve heaps as a lay. You mentioned him earlier as a producer, bro.
Gotta love Toby.
Himself as a producer. How's it been working so closely with him, like in the artist producer categories here now, bro?
Bro, let me just mix this for you for 1 sec as I'm sitting here. He's a pleasure to work with, bro. And he's somebody that, like, I don't even think you need to say he's underrated because the whole world knows it.
Agreed.
Bro makes his beats. The bro's insane. He's got talent out the arse. And he's such a good guy. Again, out of all the scene I've met through the years, he's been someone I've stayed tight with. I've even got a little short film from when we did the lock-in the studio. Me, Nerve, and Finbar Stewart, if you know him, and Christoph Guitar, some instrumentalists that I know, and Nick and Addict came down. We booked out a studio for 4 days with a lockdown, and we weren't allowed to leave. And we just did 14 hours of recording every day. And just bouncing off Nerve's energy and him bouncing off me, we all made music, and it was incredible, bro. I plan on doing it again more often, but I can't rate Nerve highly enough, bro. Like, and I think everyone already knows it too. He's one of those guys where you don't got to say,
100%.
I saw that you posted that fingertip song. Yeah. And one of the comments on the video is that, like, this guy is too slept on. He's top 3 easy. I agree.
Yeah,
he is. He's top 3, but he doesn't even. He's the Prince of Brizzy. Shout out to Nerve.
He knows it, bro. He has to.
Nerve loved the pre-workout too. So on that note, bro, I want you to just smack this back.
Yeah, let's do this.
And tell me what you think of the taste. So it's a watermelon explosion. Okay. It's gonna make your jaw a bit tingly, but it's really, really, really nice. Just shot it, man. I've given you a nice, strong shot serving. This is the moment.
Flavor-wise, it's great.
It's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, flavor-wise, it's
just like a watermelon
and it was strong because it wasn't watered down either.
Yeah, that's right. So he's going to be peaky. If you watch the interview, he's going to slowly rise.
The pre-workout hits me good too.
But see,
taste-wise,
if you want to go savage mode, right, and I'm not recommending anyone else do this, see this? No water in my mouth.
I've wondered for so long how this guy hasn't had a heart attack. I'm not even joking. Bro, do you ever get scared of that shit? Well, wait till you finish.
It works just as good.
Flavor-wise, bro.
It's a little bit harder on the throat.
Get some water. Have you got some water?
We're all out. We need water.
Oh, fresh cup.
You got a fresh cup? Thank you. But yeah, you can down it like that. Obviously, you wouldn't do that. But I'm making the point that it's so micronized.
Yeah.
A lot of pre's, you couldn't do that. You could not dry
I've never tried. I've never tried.
So the product's actually micronized. So it's all the white powder. There's no actually like flavors and junk and stuff in it. It's just all micronized and white. So
I'm keen to give it a go for the next month. How many servings you got in there? How many servings?
30 servings, bro. And $60.
I'm good for the next 30 days.
$2 a serving, bro. It's beautiful.
Let's go. We're going to start talking so fast. We'll get through this in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, right.
I didn't ask about the Moses song, bro. I have been wondering this for so long, and you might have a good answer. You might not. What the fuck is True Gang Rap?
They've been on True Gang Rap?
Well, yeah, I've been trying. Bro, I'm not like everything you say makes sense so much, and I can't fucking do it.
Because... So people that like, it was just a matter of, the gang part wasn't so much of a reference. Okay. It was more the wordplay thing. Yeah. But everybody talks about how they love rap and love gangster rap and love all this shit because they listen to they listen to a Y&B Youngboy song or a Kodak song. And I go, oh, you like gangster rap? Like, you like Wu-Tang? They're like, who's that? And the motherfucker is wearing one of those Culture Kings W shirts because he doesn't even know what the fuck it means. So it was a bit of a shot at the people that go to Culture Kings and Cotton On and buy Wu-Tang and Nirvana shirts, they wouldn't have a fucking clue who the band is or the artist.
Bro, I'm not even joking. I didn't even take it that way. But I didn't take it that way. And I've been like, what does he mean, bro?
Well, there you go. Well, that's what I love about my music. That anyone who doesn't get a bar, I dare you to go back and study it a couple more times. You'll find you've missed a lot of shit, bro. A lot of fans message me and go, I didn't catch that.
Oh, I'm sure, bro. And especially when you got songs that are literally bar after bar after bar.
Yeah, I'm a bit techie, bro. It's a bit hard to keep up.
There's no way. The project itself finishes with See You Fall, one that I'm waiting for the video because I can't wait. I thought it was dropping. I was wrong.
We're holding on to it a little bit longer.
I thought it was dropping. I think this was a little bit left field song for the project.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's on there because honestly, that was my personal favorite after listening to it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about it, bro.
Yeah, well, it's a very, very like vulnerably honest song.
Amen.
Now, the last lines to the song like are really brutally honest. It's like, a rapper's worth more dead or alive. The price of fame is one you pay. We pay the heaviest price. Because when you're a rapper, you start to realize that your demise is your brand. Like,
it's sad, but it's
nothing
true.
sells more than a dead artist. And that's a sad thing to say. Touch wood, it's not the plan. But it was about me recognizing like the best thing for my career right now would be to jump off a cliff. Not that I'm going to. But it's like the reality of what the world wants for you. And people want to see you fall. On the climb up, the same fan who was dead set just rinsing me with wristies on my whole entire come up is now the same fan doing stories going, Chillinit doesn't reply to me, or Chillinit's a fake cunt, or like Chillinit's fallen off. And you just learn that like that song represents that people want to see you fall, but you've got to keep on going. Like you've got to keep on going no matter what. And even when you feel like that, there's no other option. So we filmed a clip at the Don't Jump Rock in Curl Curl. And it's a very notorious spot where people do go to you know, unfortunately take their life. So what the song was about is going through that, but then also showing that like it's okay to not be okay. Because I didn't want to have this bravado marijuana thing that's just all about life's fucking rainbows, do drugs, whatever, and then not emphasize that like, bro, it is tough. You've got to be thick-skinned and you will have bad days. If people think that because I'm chilling it and I smoke weed that I don't have depression some days or I don't question myself, it's delusional. So for me, I wanted to end the tape on a note of like a little bit of a taste of what I was trying to talk about, how I'm going to combine that. So I'm glad that you love that. Because what you're going to get next is that on steroids. Like
awesome.
it's really what it's about. I'm telling stories, sharing the vulnerability of me through wordplay as well. So
awesome, bro. When does the video come out?
In like literally a couple of days.
So it'll be out. It'll be out. It's out. Go watch it.
There we go. It's already out.
Out.
It's coming out soon. I better check with my boss. But yeah.
It'll be out at some point. I went on a bit of a Chillinit throwback dive on YouTube real quick just when I was...
There's some fun ones to find if you have a real dig.
This I wasn't going like that. I was just looking through some of your songs in general just on your YouTube.
Just don't type in Chillinit drunk on red wine at the airport. Don't type that into YouTube, okay?
We were talking hard during that time too. And you know what? I feel bad because there was a point...
I felt bad for me too, but it was me.
Bro, when I was... Not in that... I don't know which period, but there was a time where you were on live and I was like, have another red wine, chill. And your missus was like, shut up. Like,
that happens a lot. We've had so many fights on the plane over the wines, but I now don't drink on flights.
Smart man.
I just don't do that.
There was definitely some situations.
Be warned, rappers who come into the game, you might be able to drink 6 beers on the ground. When you're in the air, account for that fucking altitude difference because you will get blind as you land on that red wine, baby.
Bro, one thing I was surprised about is the collab with Shadow, School High, was your 4th biggest YouTube video, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was surprised by that. Will we ever get around to?
Yeah, well, because
I know
listen, me and Shadow, I actually, bro, his brand, Sorry I'm High, like I actually want one of his shirts at the moment. Like, but we've chatted about that for like years now. And I think when the time's right, whenever there's that moment and we link up again, because he's doing his own thing as well. He's crushing it out. And shout out to him, bro. He's crushing it out in WA. I'm on the other side of the country. But I think that it'll eventually come out. But in saying that though, I have so many YouTubes in the answering thing. There's the YouTube channel of me. There's the Body Bag channel.
So many.
There's the Road Rages. For me, my favorite YouTube video is that Road Rage in the car with Wombat and Kames.
It was just fun, bro.
Oh, it was just raw.
Energy
like,
is there.
If I could explain that kid's head, like that bloke there was like, I'm going to fuck. I just was devilish, you know what I mean? And that's what you were talking about, that hunger. I need to still find levels to get that boy was so hungry, bro. Like he would have ate, like it was devilish, the commitment I had. I look back on it and didn't realize I was channeled in with some higher thought or something, bro. I was just running at it with no other regard. As I've gotten older with the sun, you start to have second anxieties and thoughts, but
of course,
I'm keen to tap into that hunger, bro, and do some just crazy car bars. And
do you remember what it felt like when you finished that? that camera turned off afterwards?
I felt like I nailed it. But it's funny because, like I said, I didn't recognize it. I didn't know what I had done. I was just like, yeah, put it up, see how it goes. I wouldn't, had I done that now, I'd go, that's the fucking one. It needs to go out now. But at the time, I was just this little bloke in a Gantt jumper going, I'm pulled up in my Volkswagen hatchback. And it's a testament because I pulled up in that car. Next year or 2 years later, I had my convertible. I've gone through the Chrysler. Now I've upgraded to the BMW family car, which is beautiful, bro.
Baby seats in the back.
Yeah, gang. But it's a testament to growth, bro. And I think that symbolizes a time in my life when the reason I'm here today is because of that video. I wanted it that bad. Veins on the neck till I fucking pass out. That's how bad I wanted to spit.
Love that, bro. I love that. And again, you're about to get back to it. Yeah, in a way. Right. Another one I came across is obviously the underground cypher, which was huge, and just some other ones on there. But like people you see have just disappeared and don't make music anymore. Yeah, people that is there anyone that you haven't heard from dropping music in a long time that you'd love to see hit the mic again?
Ooh, that's a very, very, very good question. See, I don't know whether they currently are. So this is what I could be ignorant here because I might be out of pocket and they are dropping, but I just haven't seen Solo and I was a big Horror Show fan.
Okay.
I think Solo is one of the maddest like poets ever. And I think I'd just love to see him like in the scene moving and shaking with some of the younger cats because I think he's just an OG that could add so much compliments to the music. I'm keen to hear Lissy drop more. Like I know Lissy's been chilling and then like he's given a few snippets the other day. I also messaged him because he's a Bunny supporter. Shout out to Lissy for the other week, bro. Up the doggies. But yeah.
Come on, Lissy.
He's really talented, bro. And I think that I feel like he's found himself a bit more. I'm hearing his new music and I'm like, bro, he's in a pocket like that can't be touched. So I'm keen for Lissy to drop. I feel like the Hooks can do some cool things as well. To be honest, I just want to see the whole scene drop. I know 1-4's got their album coming in soon and like the 046 are just like, they're so gravy, bro. I feel like they're the West Coast of Australia. Like I just love bopping to their shit. As an artist, bro, I don't shy away. Half my playlist is people that I'm rapping with. I don't look at it as against. I feel like we're all an Australian. We're too small to be playing this fuckery of me versus you. It's all of us versus them. That's how I look at it.
Highly agreed, brother.
Thank you, bro. Take flight to the world, baby.
Let's go. Coming close to an end, bro. And you kind of mentioned this before, so I don't know if you have anything extra, but looking back at your catalog, you've really been through it all, bro. The highs and lows of the world, bro. You've been doing this for ages, bro. You're still going on these crazy tours and you're still releasing crazy music, but is there anything additional that you wish an OG at the time would have reached out and told you at the time to help you on your journey that you might be able to share with some youngins now, bro? Because there is a lot of youngins getting into this shit now.
Yeah, well, there's two things I would just say. The one thing I wish I learned was not to go out so quickly with your music. Like there's a certain balance between the hungry guy that wants to drop nonstop and then realizing when's the time to pull back. I feel like there was a couple of times where I dropped too frequently and it just did a disservice to the thing that just dropped. So I was so excited. I wasn't thinking about that's still doing well. Don't kill the views off that. So I would drop something which would then make the views die off that because now everyone's come here.
Correct.
If I had someone tell me like slow down, you're not in a rush, you've got your whole life to be an artist, I'd probably have slowed out my rollout. However, in the double-edged sword to that, the fast rollout's what made it what it was.
And that period, but look, to be honest, that period of time was crazy, bro. There was people tapping in left, right, center. Now it is switching up a little bit where you kind of, I feel you do have to take a little bit of time, not too much time, because at the same time, from what I see all the time, taking any time off now
is bad,
bro. It's bad. It is so sad.
We live in a fast-paced era where like 6 months off and everyone's like, who?
But I've actually seen it happen with artists here, and I don't even have to say they are, but like they just stop for 6 months to a year. They try and come back, and everything's just
tough.
It's sad.
That's where
because they're good.
That's where longevity. That's another thing as well. Longevity, you got to stick with it. But if there's one piece of real advice that I wish I could give, and I'll say it to the camera like directly because I want to give this advice to anybody because I've been a culprit of even promoting this shit to you guys. This Rolex, this ring, like I understand. I love my timepieces. It's something I picked up because my grandfather always said, like, your watch tells what you're worth. If you've got an expensive watch, your time's worth money. But I've come to realize in life that shit didn't mean anything. All those Burberry trips, being in London, getting a $10,000 fucking Burberry coat, mad. It was an experience. I wish an OG told me, son, save your chips, because you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're going to make more, but imagine where you'd be if you were investing. I've now learned that in life and I've applied it. Had I applied that from the start of my career, I'd be in the Maldives somewhere doing a podcast with you via fucking Zoom or some shit, you know what I mean?
Fly me over at least.
So like, yeah, I just want to express to every kid out there, chase dreams. Like I'm not telling you don't want a Rolex. Every young person has that ideology, but save your money, be smart and think about the future. You're going to be a father. You're going to have a family one day. You're not going to be some 42-year-old fucking running down fucking freestyles and getting on it. So live your life. enjoy the sauce, but please be careful with the kids, man. And I can't say that enough. As someone who's got a son now, bro, like don't fuck around with drugs early. Don't spend all your money on shit to please people, bro. Do not go broke trying to look rich. I can't stress that fucking enough, because there were times in my life where I had to make back money because I was probably spending a bit splurgingly, you know. I was doing like fucking 30 grand months of spending on just dumb designer shit, you know. And I look back at that now going, what could that have done for my son? So it's not like I regret it, because I've able to be well off in other things, and I'm blessed that I worked hard enough to rectify things. But if I could give some advice to people, it's learn finances, bro. Don't just focus on your bars and how to pop on Instagram. Learn how to run a business. Learn how to get your taxes done. Learn how to make sure you get every benefit from the government you fucking can to support yourself, and make sure you're diligent with it. Run it. When you're going to do this for a living, it's a business. So any kid out there, the best advice I'll give you, if you want to be in the business, treat it like a fucking business from the jump.
Let's go. That was perfect, bro. And
Thank you, man.
As much as I'd like to end there,
as I can,
that was great. It was perfect, bro. And I'd love to end it there, but there is one thing I want to see if you can rattle off the top of your head, right?
Yep.
Also, the pre-workout is most definitely kicking in.
You can tell, can't you?
My leg is moving.
It's just shaking next to me.
It's time to go to the fucking gym. Bro, your top 5 Chillinit songs off the top of your head. And you'll probably regret what you say later unless you've thought about this prior.
No, I can answer this
personal top 5.
Pretty openly. Number 1 would be Ready for the Pain.
Cool.
Just because for me, it symbolizes like a really moment in time for me about like it was about a time for me that was like, I'm ready for this. Like, this is painful. It's becoming hard. The stress and pressure is getting to me, and I'm so fucking ready for it. So that song for me is like a real, like, get up and get going. Whenever I hear that, it reminds me to like, get the fuck up, stiffen up your upper lip, chest out, let's go. So that for me is a big one. Inner Thoughts is second. It's just a time in my life. Like that first line, headphones on for the train ride. There's a whole train car full of people. We all stared at our phones. That is still to this day relevant. So I think Inner Thoughts is a big one for me. Stand For is definitely up there as number 3. Now, this is where it starts to get a bit tricky, because there's a lot to choose from. Someone with 5 albums that are like 10, 20. I've got about 100 tracks. But if we were to cut it down to the 4 and 5, believe it or not, One Breath, One Take isn't in my top 5. I get it's the viral one. Same with Wish You Well. I get it. But they're not my at-heart ones, you know? I would say On Hold. I think On Hold was a big one for me, because it represented like a bit of a tough, like, romantic time I was going through, and how I was able to get through that and shit. And it also led me, you know, all those times led me to now having a beautiful wife and a beautiful family. So that symbolizes something for me. And then it has to be in the 5. It's Susan's Son. Like,
of course,
to make a song for my mum, see her happy, have my dad and my brothers all there sharing their stories with me. I've brought my brothers on stage, but my mum on stage now. I was able to, you know, do things for her financially. But the song forever being there, like, my mum will still play it sometimes and message me and just be like, I played your song, I love you heaps. And I'm being a bit of a softie at this age, but yeah, that means a lot to me, bro. Like, the connection I have with my mum means a lot to me.
No,
so
I understand
I take a lot of pride in it.
There.
Yeah, so that's why it's got to be in the 5, because that song for me means a lot. But then again, just because of that, I missed so many bangers just then, man.
You know what I mean?
I know, but
you can't do it. That's the 5. Chill top 5.
Thank you very much.
Brother, I appreciate you coming through.
It's always a pleasure,
I'll see you in
man.
another fucking 12 to 18 months.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, give it another year, bro, and I'll be back doing it all again with some more products. But no, thank you all for the support. Chillinit.net for any of this stuff here. And also, I just want to give some flowers to this, man. We did our interview. Hey, when did we do that first interview, man?
No.
Do you know? I'm bad with time too. It was like three years, maybe?
Easy 3 years.
3 years, yeah. So like when he came in, bro, he was just working it out, had this goal and vision, bro. And I've watched Wings, and I'm sure you all have through this camera, I watched him take this from a dream of his to a fully solidified like page, but basically I would say the biggest rap page in Australia, period. So I just want to give my flowers to you, but like I've done a lot and you've been giving me my raps, but bro, you've made a platform that like every rapper should be aspiring to be on, bro. And I think you should be like really giving your flowers, man, that you've pioneered it. I know a lot of people have jumped onto the team, but the heart and soul of Take Flight is Wings right here. So it's big love to you, bro. I wanted to give that to you, man.
My guy, bro. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, it's your boy Wings. Actually, go back and watch those Sky Sessions.
It was cracking,
Go
bro.
back and watch those Sky Sessions. Woo! Go stream Chill's new mixtape out now and everything else to come. Yeah, it's your boy Wings. It's Chillinit. It's Take Flight.
Much love, baby. 420 fam.
We are.